Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're totally flipping the script on your Capstone's Chapter 1 project background. Think about it not as dry, boring academic paperwork, but as your ultimate pitch deck. Your one and only goal here? To convince your panel, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that your project literally must exist. So let's jump right in and decode exactly how you're going to build that undeniable case.
We'll be logically breaking down the 5 crucial pillars of your project background today: the project objectives, the client, project scope and limitations, and lastly, project development. What you're looking at right here is your literal blueprint. It's the exact academic syllabus outline we're tackling. You'll notice how Chapter 1, Project Background, is neatly divided into parts A through E. This is the exact structure we're going to master, so you'll know exactly what's expected of you in every single subsection.
Starting right at the top with Section A, Defining the Project Need. This is where you make that big, foundational claim that your project is absolutely necessary.
To make sure your discussion flows naturally and logically guides your reader, you really want to use a funneling technique. Think of it like a giant inverted pyramid. You start broad. Let's say you're proposing a hotel. You don't just walk in and say, "Hey, I want to build a hotel." No, you start by discussing general area conditions, maybe a massive recent tourism boom in the town. Then you step it down to the existing problem, like tourists are having to book months in advance or stay in neighboring towns because there's a huge accommodation shortage. Only then do you funnel down to the specific need, which is a new hotel, followed by a client's intention to build one. This step-by-step logic, it makes your proposal completely bulletproof.
Now here's a crucial point you can't overlook. Your claim that this project is necessary cannot, I repeat, cannot just be your personal opinion. You have to be echoing the ideas of other official entities. You've got to validate your need using documented proofs. We're talking concrete, real-world evidence, published news articles, official tourist arrival data from local government units, verified economic reports. Your panel wants cold, hard proof, not just a gut feeling.
And hey, as you're compiling all these official proofs, don't forget the golden academic rule. Use strict APA format for all your referencing. I know. APA formatting can feel like the absolute bane of a student's existence. But honestly, getting your citations right from the get-go builds your credibility as a meticulous researcher from page 1.
Moving on to Section B, Setting Substantiated Objectives. This is where you define the intended ideal conditions once your project is fully complete and operational.
Notice the stark contrast here between just wishing for something and actually proving it. When you're setting your objectives, basically asking how the situation will improve, you have got to avoid wishful thinking. For instance, you can't just slap down a claim that building a new BPO, a business process outsourcing building, is going to magically solve all local unemployment. The panel, they're not going to buy it. Instead, you have to substantiate that claim. Prove that the current skill sets of the local residents actually match the specific job requirements that your proposed BPO will offer. If you can prove that alignment, well, your objective transforms from a wish into an undeniable claim.
Next up is our third pillar, Section C, Identifying the Real Client. This is the specific person, company, or organization proposing or funding your design. Now, you might be thinking, but mate, what if I don't actually have a specific real-world client who's declared they want to build this? Don't worry, that happens all the time. In that case, you just need to flawlessly establish the need through your validated analysis, exactly like we just talked about. Once you've done that, propose a real-world entity, like an institution or a company, that would be best suited to spearhead the project. And back that choice up. Show examples of similar projects they've successfully done in the past. You're basically matchmaking a real-world need with the perfect developer. Oh, and quick tip. This is also a great spot to briefly mention your intended users to set up your future demand analysis.
All right, let's secure Section D, Scope, Limits, and Development. This is the arena where you level expectations with your panel to avoid any awkward ambiguities during your final defense.
In this section, extreme detail is your absolute best friend. You aren't just building a hospital. You need to classify exactly what kind. Is it a tertiary level hospital? You also need exact capacities, like exactly how many beds will it hold? Are you designing sprawling socialized housing, or is it a walk-up? You also need to pinpoint your target market classification, say mobility impaired users or public high school students. And if you're in a group, this is the exact spot to draw the collaborative work boundaries. Who is designing which portion of the master plan? Getting this right tells everyone exactly what data needs to be gathered.
Okay, please pay super close attention to this hard rule. The limitations in this section scope the design content. It must never, ever be used as a sneaky excuse to skip required course drawing deliverables. Seriously, do not include phrases saying your project won't cover structural, electrical, or plumbing sheets. Those are standard presentation requirements, and trying to limit them here, yeah, that will absolutely get you in hot water with your panel.
Finally, Section E, the input, process, output model. Think of this as the engine driving your capstone from a mere concept into a fully realized reality. If you've ever tackled a research proposal, this input, process, output model is going to look super familiar. Your output, that's your final design proposal. Your input is the gathering of specific, necessary data to get there. And the process is all the activities converting that data into the design. While you could technically keep this general, being highly detailed here is actually a massive advantage. Knowing exactly what data you need and exactly what you're going to do with it saves you so much time and money. It literally prevents you from printing and gathering useless info that has no bearing on your project. Keep that workflow lean and focused.
So, we've covered the whole shebang, the complete blueprint to make your Chapter 1 an airtight pitch for your project's background. As you sit down to draft this crucial document, I want to leave you with one final, provocative question. If you had to prove your project's necessity to the panel today, like right this second, do you actually have the official, documented, real-world data to back it up? If the answer is no, well, you know exactly where to start. Keep learning, stay focused, and go build that undeniable case.